Hello, my name is Chrissy Walks and welcome to my channel. As you can tell by the title of this video, today I'll be going over the top 5 fears that I have for my up-and-coming bariatric surgery. Hopefully I'll be getting it in 4 months, but we'll see. So these are 5 fears that I've either seen other people talk about and it's like one of their concerns, or just through like my research. These are just certain things that I've seen that may or may not happen that I am kind of fearful of. I'll be doing surgery, going under the knife. You know what I mean? Who isn't scared of those things? So these are, again, the top 5 things that I'm most afraid of. Number 1 will be the fear of falling into depression, because I've gone there before, and honestly, food really helped. I'm an emotional eater. I eat when I'm happy, I eat when I'm bored, I eat when I'm mad, I eat when I'm sad. So I just eat all the time. So, you know, food definitely helps with that. But on the contrary, Humber River, which is the bariatric program that I am in, they actually appoint you to a social worker, which I have an appointment coming in 2 weeks with the social worker. So if they spot anything or if you need additional help, I'm pretty sure they're there to help you. And they will put you in front of the right people to help you with your mental health and everything that you really need to ensure that you're doing the surgeries for the right reason, you're fully prepped for the surgery, and to make sure that even while you're, post-op, you'll do fine in terms of mental health. So that's a plus to know. But until I'm really deep in, obviously I'll have that little fear because I don't know yet what's gonna happen. I also have some friends who say that they're there for me, that they're supporting me. We already have plans to go out to eat before the surgery, so I'm not missing out too much afterwards. So that's a big plus for now. And also my family and my boyfriend, they're there to help me throughout everything. I hope they want to eat the same thing as me. Because I'll be so sad eating my little chicken broth and my family has a whole plate of oxtail. Oh my god, that would be so depressing. And that's my point, being around people who can eat all these foods that you're so used to eating, and you're here only taking 2 bites of food. And another thing to help me with the fear of depression for eating when I'm bored and just all those other stuff is finding new things to fall in love with. I can love food, definitely, but I do want to love other things so that when I can't eat the food, I'm not running back to the food. I'm running to maybe go out for a walk, so I'll fall in love with walking. I'll fall in love with doing yoga again. I'll fall in love with doing little 3D puzzles. I've done one before, not completed. I'll fall in love with different things in order to ensure that, just to keep my mind busy, basically. The second fear that I have, and I know no matter what is going to happen, is loose skin. In my last video, I talked about losing 50 pounds, around 50 pounds, and it happened pretty quickly, and I did get some loose skin. I had the bat arms, a little bit of it, the saggy breasts. I didn't have too much fat around my midsection, and my legs were fine. And mind you, it's just from 180 to 130-ish, so it wasn't that big of a drop. But now I'm 230. Sorry guys, on my last video I said I was 240. I'm actually 230. I got a new scale today, which in another video I'm going to talk about all the Amazon must-haves for bariatric surgery. So I got a scale from Ranful, and it said that I'm 228 pounds. So there's that information. I'm not 240, so that's good to know. And I would like to be around 160, give or take. If I go to 140, that's fine. But so I have a goal of losing 80 to 100 pounds basically, and that is pretty drastic. So I will definitely get the loose skin, and there's other things to combat it. There's no way to fully make sure that the loose skin will not appear, because it will appear, but there's things to make your loose skin look a little better. There's this oil, can you see it? It's an anti-cellulite massage oil. This massage oil fights cellulite on hips, abdomen, thighs, and buttocks. It helps moisturize, tighten, and tone your skin, and it has a high absorption formula which increases skin cell longevity. I've seen somebody talk about this and rave about it on YouTube, so this is something that I definitely want to try out. It is on Amazon. So I got this off of Amazon. It's a dry brush set, and dry brush helps with unclogging pores. It improves blood circulation. It tightens your skin and reduces cellulite. So I'm not too sure how many times per week to do this. So that's something that I still have to figure out. But all I know for now is to brush in a circular motion and towards your heart. So if you're doing it from your, you can like massage your face as well. You have to do it towards your heart, or something like that. I still need to figure these things out. I'm just slowly buying certain things that I need for my surgery. Not necessarily need, but want to help me with the appearance of my skin and just my body overall. Some other things that I want to do is simply take biotin or collagen supplements. And again, biotin is really good for your nails, your hair, especially because there's some hair loss with bariatric surgeries, I believe. So that definitely will help. So again, biotin and collagen is in your skin, so that will help with your elasticity of your skin to be able to bounce back. Another thing that I heard about, which I'm not too familiar with, is cold sculpting and ultrasound waves. So those are two things that I also want to look into, and you guys can look into as well, to help combat your loose skin. So engaging in exercises such as resistance training and strength training will definitely help with the appearance of your loose and saggy skin, because in return of the fat that you're losing, you're actually gaining muscles and you're sculpting your body. So because it's getting a little bit bigger in terms of muscle, it's filling out your skin a little bit more, making sure that the appearance of your loose skin is kind of being hidden. The third thing that I have a little fear of is the surgery itself, the fact that they're opening up my organs. So I just fear the fact that it doesn't all close properly and I leak certain things out and it goes into my body instead of inside of my digestive system. That's one thing that I fear of. And I know for sure if there's anything wrong, they will definitely find out. I've seen some people talk about what they have to do after their surgery, and one thing is they have to drink this blue liquid, I believe, and they have like an x-ray or an ultrasound of their abdomen, and they make sure that there's no leakage. So obviously if that happens, you will have to go for a revision surgery. So but that's just one thing that I fear of, that like I just don't want to have to go right back on. Who would? The fourth thing that I fear of is transfer addiction. Now, I've seen a lot of people talk about how, you know, you're addicted to food. If you get rid of that, what are you gonna do? So some people start taking drugs, some people turn into alcoholics and just turn into really bad habits. I just want to make sure starting today that I don't exchange the eating a lot of food for a bad habit. So even making these YouTube videos and editing these videos helps me out entirely, because this is something that I need to focus on, and I don't typically eat when I'm doing this. So I have these little shakes that I take. This one is the premium protein vanilla. I just bought this today, so I'm trying it out, but I've only had one today and right now it's 4:43 and I kind of feel fine. I put some fiber supplements in it, psyllium husk, I believe. I put psyllium husk powder inside of it, and so far I feel fine and dandy. I am kind of sick, so I'm not too sure if that's the reason why. I don't know if you can tell I sound a little nasally, but yeah, I feel fine. So doing things and focus on other things rather than eating food will help. And again, I talked about doing like the 3D diamond painting, falling in love with walking around the neighborhood, getting some fresh air in, talking with the neighbors. I'm not gonna actually do that. I'm not gonna actually talk with my neighbors, and just spend more quality time with the people around me. Instead of going out to eat, maybe we'll do stuff like going out to Dave and Buster's, going to the movies, rock climbing, go-karting. Rock climbing is a bit extreme, but maybe go-karting, doing fun activities rather than going out to eat is something that we can exchange eating for. The fifth thing that I'm afraid of is dumping syndrome. Now, just recently, I've seen this lady on YouTube. She was literally experiencing dumping syndrome, and she decided to press play and record herself. She literally looked like she was fainting, like literally passing out, and that scared me. I don't want dumping syndrome. And if you don't know what dumping syndrome is, dumping syndrome is a condition in which food, especially food high in sugar, moves from your stomach into a small bowel too quickly after you eat. Sometimes called rapid gastric emptying, dumping syndrome most often occurs as a result of surgery on your stomach or esophagus. So again, it's when you eat like really things really in sugar or even high in fats, where your stomach isn't able to process all of this, and it just empties out, and it just flushes your body with all these symptoms of weakness, dizziness, vertigo. And there's a lot of people on YouTube, not just that one girlie, but so much other people who went through the surgery, probably 6-week post-op, 1 year post-op, 5 years post-op. They talk about dumping syndrome. Some people only have it once, some people have it like 5 times, and it's crazy. But one thing about dumping syndrome is when you get it, you know you're doing something wrong. And we as bariatric patients, we're supposed to take food journals. I'm actually doing one today for 3 days so I can send it to my nurse, my dietitian, and social worker. And using these journals, you can always look back at it and be like, okay, this is why I had dumping syndrome, because something that I ate was too high in sugar. I need to fix that. I need to correct that for next time. So it's definitely a way to recognize that you're doing something wrong and fix it. Sometimes you eat things that are unwrapped, some things that don't have the nutritional facts on it, and you just may not know. And those are the things that I'm most afraid of. So things like meal prepping will definitely help for dumping syndrome, because you know exactly what you're eating, and making sure that these products actually have the nutritional facts on it to know for sure what you are taking in every day. And another thing to watch out for is no fluids with meals. That's very important. No high carbs or breads, potatoes, things like that. Those type of stuff will create dumping syndrome. So you better watch out for that. I'm saying that to me in the future, as well as anybody who's watching this who is thinking about going through the bariatric surgery. So those are the 5 fears that I have so far for my up and coming bariatric surgery. I would probably definitely get a little bit more near the surgery date and maybe post-op as well. So I'll be sure to update you guys whenever I get those fears, and make sure you comment down below if you have any fears yourself. Maybe you're going through the surgery, or maybe you fear for somebody else who's going through the surgery themselves. And make sure you like the video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on your post notification, because I will be posting very soon. Bye.